Clinical simulation education prepares students for clinical practice by equipping them with the fundamental skills necessary to work safely and effectively.
Without the simulation, we wouldn't have really known what to do when we actually got to the hospital. And so having that pre-practice where we could sort of learn the key skills and the basics before going out set us up for actually knowing what to do once we got there.
We have virtual reality suites, X-ray projectional radiography and CT suites, and anatomical phantoms that students can utilise to create those diagnostic images and interpret them.
There's also virtual systems, so virtual radiography. So the students are immersed in an environment where they are undertaking imaging examinations with a virtual patient. There's also a number of simulators that replicate some of the imaging equipment. There's a range of CT, MR, cardiac, angio, all sorts of different simulators.
Having the new CT machine here allows us the opportunity to build on skills, so use the machine, move the machine in and out, get used to the buttons and practice on a phantom.
We have an ultrasound simulator, we have a few of those. We're using them mainly for teaching anatomy.
We are able to simulate high pressure environments such as the theatre environment or a MEDJAX or patient crash situation.
It enables them to piece together a multitude of skills that they will need to then apply when they get to the clinical setting.
We're testing them on really complex situations where maybe there's alarms going off or there's other calls on their tongue. And then we can ask them how that felt afterwards. And we can pause the simulation, we can take the student out, we can debrief them after something that happens. We can go again, we can repeat things which we couldn't do with a real patient.
It's a safe space to make mistakes, and often learning, really valuable learning and problem solving comes from mistake making.
And so those reflective moments, are just gold, I think, for learning and for taking that forward into your placement.
Because we're going to go into placement soon, I think it's got us ready, starting to give us an idea of what placement's going to be like instead of us starting placement straight away.
Having the simulation sessions at the university have helped us gain the confidence and build up our ability to apply the practice into real life situations when we actually go into the hospital.
Yeah, I think if I didn't have simulations, I would have been very nervous about going to placement.
We're trying to do some of those team management skills where they're having to work as part of a team.
And we're also able to use service users, so real service users that have experience, and use them in scenarios to develop the students' communication skills, their awareness of how to care for different patient groups.
I actually think the best way is to interact with somebody with experience, somebody that's got a condition. It's a better way for them to learn.
Simulation gives students the opportunity to develop their unique communication style so that they can adapt to dynamic situations and meet the needs of our service users.
Having the service users here is a great help with building our communication skills. We get to listen to their feedback on our practice and let them tell us how to improve.
So when I'm at uni, we do all the learning, but when we come to simulation, we're actually hands-on, and I prefer being a hands-on person. So when I come, I really enjoy it because the other students are there, everyone else is having fun, and whilst you're having fun, you're also learning, and I think it's great. I love it. Like, I look forward to it every week.
Students are able to support each other and develop that learning community and develop those inherent leadership skills that will support them in being able to become good clinical assessors and clinical supervisors themselves.
The hospital, the student isn't the most important person in the room, in the hospital environment. And so the student's learning has to come secondary to patient care. Whereas if we can simulate that patient encounter in the university environment, then suddenly the student becomes the most important person in the room.